Hey guys, we're in Tempe, Arizona at the CobraFlex R&D facility, and with me today is Austin. How's it going, Austin?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Austin, DTF, everybody loves the decoration method, and nowadays it's all about automation, automation, automation.
Most definitely.
One of the least favorite jobs is cutting, and it's like pre-treating for DTG or screen reclaim.
Yep.
It's really not that bad of a job, but it's so tedious, and there's a lot of value in getting a perfect rectangle when placing it on a product. So what exactly do we have here?
There is. So right here what we're looking at is going to be our 63-inch cutter. It does the XY, can also do the contour cutting and stuff right now. Right now we just got it doing boxes around our birds. I kind of labeled it up a little bit crooked, but no big deal on there. So for test purposes anyways, but this takes out the cutting. This takes out people grabbing scissors, and a bunch of people too as well, especially if you got a lot of prints. I know if you got one of these 63-inch printers right here, whether it's the King Cobra or if it's the Venom too as well, you're gonna have a lot of prints. And therefore a lot of cutting too as well.
But if a shop already had a 24-inch or a 36-inch film white printer, and then they get one of these, you can throw any size of film really on here, right?
Any size film, any size design, you can cut anything you need.
And so how it's working is, when we rip the artwork, we're having registration marks printed on the film. And then we have a camera on the XY cutter to find those registration marks to then know, hey, this is where we're going to be able to cut the design.
Right, right. Yeah, it has the registration marks. That'll be all set up in our ripping software. You'll have it printed right there on each gang sheet or whatever designs that you guys want to throw up on there. It'll have each of those registration marks in those corners for that camera and that blade to read.
So you guys are using Neo-Stampa, right?
Yep.
So Neo-Stampa is putting those registration marks down, and it's creating essentially a print and a cut file, right?
Correct. Yep. It'll be producing the print file for our printers, and it'll be producing our SDK file, the cut file for all the cutters too as well.
And again, you have a perfect rectangle, but if I wanted to trace around, in this case, the hummingbird, I absolutely could, right?
Yep, most definitely. The contour cutting, it is able to do that too as well. All you'll have to do is just have it set it up like that in the software.
Is there any value of contour cutting for DTF?
I don't really. I mean, if it's a get around if you had a lot of powder and stuff like that around your images and stuff like that. But if that's the case, you got different problems then at that point. But yeah, I would say there's no plus side to it. I mean, we like cutting around the images. It makes it nice and square and rectangular, just so you can put it on your shirt nice and square up to it too as well.
Very cool. What does one of these type of machines run, Austin?
One of these ones, I'd have to look at it again. I'm not all too sure on it, but I can take a look at it and let you guys know.
But a better question.
Yep.
You've got to look at how much are you spending annually on cutting versus how much this machine costs, and then that's how you really justify bringing this in-house, right?
Most definitely, especially if you got a lot of prints and you got more than one person too as well cutting, because I do know there are shops out there too as well right now with our printers in there that have the output, and they got, I don't know, 6 people, maybe even more too as well, cutting all day long.
Austin, are you starting to see shops who sell transfers starting to add cutting as the additional service, and they're bringing these in-house, and they're making money just cutting?
Yeah, right. I see it all the time, especially if they have the output. I think that's the biggest thing. I think my recommendation when getting one of these cutters is if you have the output for it, then it's going to be a good necessity for your guys' shop. But if, say, you only have one of the 24 inches, you're printing only a couple times throughout the day and stuff, you know, I would say then at that point maybe scissors might be a better option for you guys, more cost effective.
Well, again, you know, it's probably the cheapest labor you can find is to use that pair of scissors. It's just somewhat tedious, and hey, some shops are printing hundreds or even thousands of DTF. You would think, oh wait, why would I do that? I would think screen printing would be the better option. Well, something like this sleeve print, that's a hassle to do on a screen press, and I would much rather just heat press them.
All day long, especially those bunch of colors and stuff, and you can see it too as well with all the CobraFlex. We got more than just the black and white. We got all the different blues, reds, pinks, you name it.
So we've cut about 5 feet by 3-ish feet, and we're getting pretty close. It's going to come over to the center. It's kind of weird. It went from here to there to the center.
Yep. This is how we have our file set up and duplicated and stuff like that. But you can set it up to have it start cutting, you know, your top left all the way down to your right. Same thing as well, doing rows and stuff and columns.
Awesome. Well, Austin, where can our viewers go to learn more about this XY cutter and the other CobraFlex lineup of printers and essentially those finishing tools to make the job more automated.
Right, they can either go to one of our dealers' websites or they can go to CobraFlexPrinters.com.
Heard it, guys.
Perfect.